Fork and Travis Kelce commercial.
I know nothing about that.
Oh, it's a great
I
commercial.
haven't seen a commercial in a long time.
Me neither. Well, yes, I have. I ain't gonna lie like that. But anyway, welcome to MCs and MVPs. We got the guys on the couch today, and I'm on the chair. We're gonna be talking about Seattle.
You look so disappointed that we're just talking about anything.
I'm tired. You act like I haven't just got through ripping and running in this hot ass sun for since about.
You make it act like we're holding a gun to your head making you do this.
Well, listen, we have to get it done.
You don't own a gun.
You don't know what I own.
I know you don't own a gun. You didn't talk to me about it.
Why would I talk to you about it?
Who else going to talk to you about firearms?
Just in case you want to pop in my apartment when you wasn't invited.
I'm not dumb enough to do that without a firearm.
We'll keep it that way. Keep it guessing.
I know how you sleep, buddy. I want you pop out. We got way off track here. We're supposed to talk about Seattle.
Which page you got up here? Departures. Alright, Seattle's departures. Drew Lock, DJ Dallas, Will Disley, Kobe Parkinson, Jake Curran, Jason Peters, Phil Haynes, Damian Lewis, Evan Brown, Mario Edwards, Nick Ballore, Jordan Brooks, Devin Bush, Bobby Wagner, Jamal Adams, and Quandre Diggs. Those are all the people who left. People they signed or re-signed: Sam Howell, quarterback PJ Walker, wide receiver LaVisca Chenault Jr., tight end Farrell Brown, tight end Noah Fant.
Is Farrell related to No, that's St. Brown, isn't it?
Bruh, I don't know, but
the
last name Brown is a lot of
Yeah,
people.
I was thinking about the wide receiver for the Lions, 17. Yeah, Noah St. Brown, is that his name, or something like that?
I think that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
His brother sucked, and he played for Detroit. Not Detroit, he played for Chicago.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
There you have it. Apparently he sucks.
From Aramis's mouth straight to your ears.
Offensive tackle George Fant. Offensive guard Lakin Tomlinson. Center Nick Harris. Defensive end Leonard Williams. Defensive tackle Jonathan Hankins. Linebacker Jerome Baker. Linebacker Tyrell Dodson. Cornerback Artie Burns. Cornerback Kevon Wallace. And safety Rayshawn Jenkins.
All right. For the draft, they drafted Byron Murphy II, Christian Haynes, Trice Knight.
Tyrice?
Is it Tyrice?
No, it might be Thrice.
It might be.
I don't think it is. There's no H.
That's true.
I
don't know.
Rice out of UTEP. AJ Barner from Michigan. Nathaniel.
Prickett?
Nehemiah.
Pritchett?
Is it Nehemiah?
No.
Okay, Nehemiah. I said, who I said? Nathaniel. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry.
Nehemiah. Yeah.
It's Nehemiah Pritchett. There you go. I don't know this name, man. That's rough.
Satana?
Satano?
It's an
What's the
A,
last
Stop that
name?
hole. Can you put the mouse over that
Yeah,
far away? So
yeah.
I cannot tell what all of it is.
Larunga? Is that the... Sure, show us his picture, that'll help.
What's his name?
Oh, okay.
Satao Lornia. Oh, LeMay.
LeMayo.
Yeah. And then you got DJ James and you got Michael Jarrell. Whew, that was rough. All right.
That's all we have for Seattle. We'll see you next time.
What y'all think?
I mean,
I stopped watching the Seahawks last year. They were so up and down that it was like you never knew what you were getting with them. It's like some games they were so in it, and then other games it was so far away. I was just like,
well, like we had talked about before in some of our other videos, it all depends on which Geno is showing up.
yeah.
You know what I mean? It also depends on what kind of defense he's playing. If if you watch him play like it's someone like New York or something like that, he's more flashy. He goes for stuff with it. If you watch him play someone like even the Steelers, for example, like he's a lot more compressed in his offense and stuff, so he doesn't let it fly as much. He also can't because he's getting so much pressure. So I feel like depending on the defense that he plays, that really depends on how he plays. But I mean, I'm not looking from a lot from Seattle this year. They're still in rebuild year. You know what I mean? I don't think they're gonna be pushing too hard to get to the playoffs or anything.
Couple of new O-line, couple of new tight ends. So switched up O-line with the sometimey Geno. Got Sam Howell, so maybe if they don't like Geno, they'll throw him in there.
But Sam Howell is also very sometimey. We saw that last year.
Well, it was also, to be fair, there was his like rookie season technically.
And he had no offensive line.
He had
either.
no offensive line in Washington.
But I mean, Seattle doesn't have much of an offensive line either.
They got 2 tackles.
Yeah, you got two at 5.
Yeah, two tackles. I'm saying he's talking about the tackles they already had.
Yeah, the 2 tackles.
The 2 tackles you already had.
Plus
you're putting in 3 new guys.
Yeah.
So
because you have realized those 2 tackles that they drafted last year, was it the year before? I think it was the year before the last draft. Those guys started as rookies and they held up good against some perennial Pro Bowlers.
Which, it's a good sign if you're going off, they had 2 good tackles that they got last year.
Yeah, out of the draft. And they started their first year in the NFL.
And they got 3 new O-linemen, 3 new O-linemen from the draft this year, plus the 3 they just signed. So they're definitely looking to shore up that O-line.
Yes, most definitely.
I think if they do that, maybe both players might be better. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I've never seen Geno do a lot in the NFL, so I'm not expecting him to just come out of a cocoon this year and be a crazy quarterback.
But sometimes you just need to calm it down.
Yep.
The first thing to do that is be protected.
Yeah.
So,
and run the ball.
That too.
Let's be realistic. The running back this past season, he stayed hurt. So, yeah. But the interesting thing is, for me at least, to see what their defense is going to do. Their defense, primarily their secondary,
Lost a lot.
They lost a lot on the linebackers, and they lost both of their starting safeties. I wasn't a big fan of Jamal Adams, but Quandre Diggs was solid. So we'll see. We're gonna see what's going on with them.
The secondary that's going, and it looked like from
we all
agency and whatnot, they got a line.
Yeah. We know Bobby Wagner. He's getting up there in age and stuff like that, so that losing him isn't like terrible.
Well, he went to the Commanders to his old coach when there was the Legion of Boom.
Oh,
Dan Quinn. So
true, we might see. So we might get a resurgence of Bobby Wagner. Who knows?
Might.
Because Dan Quinn utilizes his linebackers a lot more than any other defense.
But doesn't want that veteran presence. If you're just gonna start renewing, like you're gonna change up your whole secondary. You want someone who's been there before.
Yeah. So why lose him? Yeah. We'll see what happens.
But if you didn't fit the scheme or the money, then you gotta do what you gotta do.
Most definitely. And my big thing is, we already talked about the 49ers, and we already talked about the Rams and the Cardinals. And I stated in the previous video with the Rams, I like what the Rams did. They completely had to reconstruct their roster last year. Let's see if Seattle could do a somewhat similar thing, because remember, the Rams, they went all in. They won their Super Bowl.
Yeah, right.
They had all these big time contracts. And then they had to get rid of everybody. But McVay, being the great coach that he was, they started off slow. Matt Stafford got healthy, played better, and down the road, let's see if the Seahawks could pull something similar because they surprised a lot of people last year. Do I believe they're gonna do it? Nah, not really. They might finish at the bottom. It might be. But last year, the first half, I won't say the first half of the season, I'm gonna say the majority of the season at least, they was competing for at least a wild card spot. So we gotta give them that at least.
Yeah.
Because even though they finished 16, but they were still competing at the end.
I expect it to be one of the same that I felt about them last year, where it was one of, if they're on your schedule, you can't afford to overlook them.
Right.
But you're also not looking at they're your main competition. Like I can't see anyone saying, hey, our main worry is getting past Seattle. But I can see people being like, hey, don't rest up, don't rest on your laurels just because it's Seattle.
That game last year, Seattle versus Miami, that was a shootout game. That game was awesome. It was like 70-something points. That was crazy.
It's one of those games where it's like, okay, who was prepared for this to be a shootout?
Nobody. Nobody.
And that's what and that's what we talk about. Also, the difference in between, there was Geno showing up. The defense didn't show up that game because they couldn't stop a cold.
Right.
Let Miami score all them doggone points. So, yeah, this team is a very interesting team because you can see them doing good even within their division. But at the same time, you question Geno. You don't know what you got in Sam Howell. Your running back is injury prone at this point. You have DK and you have an older Tyler Lockett. You have Jackson Smith-Jigma supposed to be stepping up in that number 2 or number 1 role, they say. I don't see him being number 1, especially while DK there, unless they're planning on getting rid of DK.
Well, that'd be so stupid.
Which there was those rumors.
Well, they couldn't afford him, right? They couldn't afford him.
Like that.
Yeah.
Well, he got a contract due. It's about that time when he wants the contract extension.
Well, also, who was that receiver that got that big contract? Who was it? Some receiver got a big ass fucking contract. I can't remember who it was.
Was it our boy in Minnesota?
I think it might have been
What's his
Jefferson.
Jefferson, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was Jefferson because fucking CD was also waiting on that contract to get finished, so he could figure out.
Oh, we gonna get all them Dallas Cowboys, boy.
Well, I was just talking. CD was waiting on that contract.
Boy, he still is waiting on that doggone
No,
contract.
he was waiting on Jefferson's contract to be signed before he would sign any contract because he wanted to know how much Jefferson was going to get before he signed a contract.
There you go, but at the same time, he's still waiting though.
Oh yeah,
He's
I'm
still
sure
waiting.
he's been presented 1 or 2 contracts. He's probably like, nah.
Nah, I don't know, man.
I know. Yeah, we'll talk about the Cowboys when we get to the Cowboys, but
yeah,
Dallas, everybody's got a name. They throw back a contract or 2. They always want to be like, there's a contract dispute. I'm like, sometimes I don't even think there'd be one. It's like, y'all just love a story.
Right.
Right.
But yeah, so that's it. That's all y'all got?
yeah.
Man, until next time. Peace.